get a cold. Willian end up leaving Chelsea for Barcelona. That is the view of journalist Duncan Castles. Willian has emerged as a target for Barcelona as they look to spend the £200 million they received from Paris Saint-Germain for Neymar. Barcelona landed Ousmane Dembele from Borussia Dortmund today in an initial £96.8 million deal that could hit £135.5 million with add-ons. But with Liverpool refusing to sell one-away star Philippe Coutinho, Chelsea ace Willian could be being offered as an alternative by the agent of both players Kia Joorabchian. This discussion of Willian going to Barcelona does intrigue me because Willian is represented by the same agent as Philippe Coutinho, Castles told the Transfer Window podcast. It would make sense to me. I don't have any solid information on this, but it would make sense to me that the agent could have proposed a player of his own as an alternative if they cannot get the deal through with Liverpool. If Chelsea were to sell Willian, they would want to sell him outside England, so that ticks a box there, and if they were doing a deal like this at this stage after Barcelona had made such a large offer for Coutinho, £118 million, they could expect to make a huge sum on the transfer, certainly more than they would have got from Manchester United for the player, and we've seen with Chelsea they have a history of selling. They cash in on their better players when a good offer comes in. They were prepared to do that with Diego Costa last summer. They instructed the agent involved in that deal to secure them £150 million from China, and they would sell him, but the money didn't come, and part of what went on then is the genesis of where they are with Diego Costa now, with him threatening to sue the club and refusing to train, and them effectively having sacrificed the best striker in the Premier League alongside Harry Kane for a guy who has never played in the Premier League before. Alvaro Morata and Michy Batshuayi, a guy the manager didn't trust to play any more than 45 minutes in the Premier League last season. Getty Transfer News: Chelsea may be ready to sell Willian, so where do they go to raise cash and give Conte one or two of the players he actually wants himself? Willian to Barca is not impossible. But will Antonio Conte be happy at the end of this window? No way. Former journalist and broadcaster Ian McGarry added, I was told by one of the Chelsea players they expected Eden Hazard to return to training either today or tomorrow, though he won't be fit to play after that broken ankle sustained in training with Belgium. He is expected to return and be fit to play within 2 weeks. That being the case, it makes the sale of Willian a little more simple. Agents often work this way. Clearly there is a massive commission for the agent of Philippe Coutinho should the player move. However, if the agent senses that Liverpool are indeed the immovable object when it comes to that sale, then it's very natural for him to say, do you fancy this guy instead, because he's on my books and he is movable. I don't think there's any coincidence that the reports have surfaced this morning in Spain with Willian to Barcelona. I think Willian would fit in possibly even better than Philippe Coutinho would, because we know for sure that Coutinho is not being bought as a replacement for Neymar on the left side of the trident, but as a long-term replacement for Andres Iniesta to play in central midfield, which means that with Iniesta contracted until the end of the season, Barcelona could afford to wait until next summer and sign Coutinho under much more friendly circumstances, but replace Neymar's goals, movement, creativity and assists with someone like Willian who has that electric pace as well, and have a reasonable season, and then just hold off until Coutinho next summer.